Ever wonder what she's really thinking? You've been there, the lingering glances, the subtle smiles, the feeling that something is there, but you're still asking yourself, is she actually into me? Here's the bombshell most men never hear: women rarely, if ever, directly state their attraction. They don't just blurt out, "I want you." Instead, they speak a secret language of hints, suggestions, and clever cloaked signals that most guys totally miss. But what if you could finally crack that code? What if every mysterious smile, every casual comment, every seemingly innocent question was actually a direct window into her deepest desires? Because it is. Welcome to Female Code Cracked, 10 secret things she says when she's into you. Forget guesswork. This is pure, unadulterated psychological pattern recognition. A battle-tested roadmap forged from years of observation, evolutionary insights, and raw, real-world experience. In the next hour, I'm going to pull back the curtain and reveal the exact phrases women use when they're undeniably attracted to you, even if they'd never admit it out loud. You'll discover how a simple, "I don't usually do this," is rarely innocent, and always a green light. Why, "You remind me of my ex," is not an insult, but a thrilling doorway to deeper connection. And how something as subtle as, "You're trouble," can be her electrifying way of saying, "I'm tempted, and I want you to push my boundaries." If you've ever felt completely blind to female signals, if you've ever misread her intentions and fumbled a real chance at something amazing, if you're absolutely tired of being stuck in the soul-crushing, just friends zone, then what you're about to read will radically transform the way you listen, watch, and interact with women forever. Let's dive in. This is about to get real. 1. I don't usually do this, the secret code for, "I'm breaking my rules." For you. Ever heard this one? It sounds like hesitation, right? Like she's putting on the brakes. Think again. This is one of the most explosive signals a woman can send when she's truly into you, but you have to know how to interpret it. It typically emerges when boundaries are blurring. Maybe she agrees to come over after a first date, perhaps she initiates an unexpected kiss, or she opens up emotionally quicker than you'd expect. In these electric moments, you'll hear, "I don't usually do this." At face value, it's a disclaimer. But underneath, it's a full-throttle green light. What she's really doing is signaling two powerful things at once. She wants you to know she's shattering her own carefully constructed rules, purely for your sake. She's masterfully managing her own vulnerability, giving herself an out while still leaning in. Let's unpack the psychology. When a woman utters these words, she's subtly protecting her identity. She doesn't want to feel reckless, cheap, or judged, not by you, and certainly not by herself. So, she creates plausible deniability. She can surrender to the overwhelming surge of desire while meticulously maintaining the image of self-control. But beneath that veneer, it's a whirlwind of excitement, nervous anticipation, and raw, undeniable desire. She's into you, and she's trying to reconcile how quickly or intensely it's all unfolding. This phrase is also a subtle test. Your reaction is everything. If you shame her, mock her, or act indifferent, she'll slam the emotional door shut faster than you can blink. But if you respond with a grounded, non-judgmental reassurance, it tells her she can trust you with her vulnerability. And that trust? It acts like a supercharger for her attraction. Your playbook, what you should do. When you hear this, do not overreact. Don't gloat. Don't crack a joke. Stay composed. Be the calm in her storm of desire. Try these powerful responses. "I get it. You don't have to explain anything. We're both here because we want to be. Let's just enjoy this moment." The objective is to normalize the intensity without downplaying her emotions. Make her feel utterly safe being impulsive with you. Real-life example to master. You're in your car after an incredible date. She leans in for a kiss, then pulls back slightly, a nervous smile playing on her lips. "I don't usually do this," she whispers. She's not asking you to stop. She's telling you she wants to go further, but she needs emotional cover. Your move, play it absolutely cool. Lean in slightly. Match her energy without a hint of pressure. Your calm confidence is her permission slip. Because this phrase isn't about resistance. It's about a flood of attraction that caught her by surprise. It's your undeniable green light. If you know how to handle it. 2. You remind me of my ex. The unexpected doorway to her romantic world. Ouch. Did that sting? Most men recoil, assuming the worst, she's still hung up, or you're just a poor comparison. Wrong. When a woman utters this seemingly ego-crushing line, she isn't necessarily pining for the past. More often than not, it means something profoundly different. You've just triggered a powerful emotional memory, placing you squarely in her romantic framework. It's a subconscious admission that you've sparked something familiar. And in the intoxicating realm of attraction, familiarity can be incredibly potent. What it really means, and why it's a good thing. You've entered her romantic framework. Women don't compare their platonic buddies to exes. They reserve that comparison for men who stir up romantic energy, tension, and the possibility of intimacy. You're in her potential partner file. She's checking her own emotional pulse. By comparing you to someone she once harbored deep feelings for, she's measuring her current emotional reaction to you. It's her internal dialogue saying, "You're waking something up in me, and it feels intense, familiar, and exciting." She may be feeling nostalgic or vulnerable. Attraction often conjures ghosts of the past. If you remind her of someone she once desired, she's navigating old feelings within a thrilling new context, with you. Why this is a blazing green light. If she wasn't interested, she wouldn't bring up her ex at all. It would be utterly irrelevant. The very fact that she vocalizes this comparison means you're not just some guy, you're a man she's evaluating on a much deeper, more intimate level. But here's the crucial caveat, it's a double-edged sword. It means she's intensely curious, but also potentially cautious. Your response determines if that curiosity blossoms into desire or withers into awkwardness. Your playbook, what you should do. Do not get defensive. Don't nervously ask, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Instead, lean into it with unshakable masculine calm and a playful smirk. Try these confident counters. Hopefully I'm the better version. Maybe you've got a type, and I'm it. Let's see where this story goes. The objective is to reframe it playfully, without betraying a flicker of insecurity. You're acknowledging her thought without validating a negative comparison. Real-life example to master. You playfully tease her during a captivating conversation, and she laughs, a glint in her eye, saying, "You're just like my ex, he used to mess with me like that." Your move, hold her gaze, a confident smile playing on your lips. Lean in slightly and say, "Well, let's hope I'm better at keeping you smiling." That one line tells her everything, you're not intimidated by her past. You're fully present, confident in your undeniable effect on her, and ready to write a brand new story. 3. Your trouble, Decode 4, you excite me and I'm tempted. Sounds like an accusation, right? Like she's labeling you a problem. Wrong again. When a woman looks you dead in the eye, a playful smile dancing on her lips, and says, "Your trouble," what she's actually saying is this. You excite me. You're dangerous in the best possible way. And I like it. This phrase is less about issuing a warning and more about a delicious surrender to a feeling she can't quite control. It means you've triggered something deep inside her that feels a little wild, a little risky, and intensely good. What it really means, and why you should embrace it. She feels drawn to you, but doesn't fully trust herself around you. There's something about your presence, your unwavering confidence, your captivating mystery, your sheer masculine energy, that stirs her. It makes her feel alive, and that delightful unsettling feeling is what she labels trouble. She's playfully testing the waters. Calling you trouble is her masterful way of flirting while keeping a layer of plausible deniability. She's inviting you to confirm what she already suspects, that you're fully capable of shaking up her world. She secretly loves the idea of being a little reckless with you. Women often utter this when they feel undeniably tempted. You've ignited a thrilling pull between her reason and her deepest desires. By labeling you as trouble, she subtly gives herself permission to be drawn in, while maintaining the charming pretense of resistance. Why this is a next-level compliment. Think of trouble as a seductive code word for sexual polarity. It's her way of admitting you're a little dangerous to her emotional equilibrium, and she absolutely loves it. Men who are calm, collected, and completely in control often earn this exhilarating label. Why? Because deep down, she senses you're the kind of man who could take her on a wild ride she never planned for, and a powerful part of her desperately wants that. Your playbook, what you should do. Do not deny it. Do not try to water it down or explain yourself. Embrace it. Lean into the delicious tension she's created. Try these confident, seductive responses. The good kind, I hope. Said with a knowing smirk. Only if you get too close. With deep eye contact. You look like you could handle it. Challenging her playfully. These responses don't just reinforce your unshakable confidence, they intensify the seductive tension, making her lean in even more. Real-life example to master. You catch her gaze across the candlelit table, your tone low and steady, and she leans in just slightly, her eyes sparkling. Your trouble, she whispers, a hint of a smile. Your move, do not flinch. Do not break eye contact. A slow, confident smirk spreads across your face as you say, then you're in for a wild night. Suddenly, the entire atmosphere shifts. She feels seen. Desired. Daring. Because in that moment, you didn't just decode her message, you spoke her secret language of desire, and she understood. 4. Are you seeing anyone? Her stealthy probe for your availability and value. Sounds like simple, innocent small talk, right? Perhaps a polite question to gauge the situation. Think again. When a woman asks, "Are you seeing anyone?" Especially early on in your interactions, she's not just curious. She's probing. She's doing recon. She's measuring her chances. She desperately wants to know what lane you're in. What emotional ground she's standing on. And most importantly, whether she's competing with someone else for your coveted attention. This question is rarely asked directly unless she's already significantly interested. What it really means, and why it's a massive signal. She's doing reconnaissance on your romantic landscape. Women are inherently strategic when it comes to attraction. By asking if you're seeing someone, she's trying to gauge how much of your valuable attention is available, and how hard she may need to work to win it. She's subtly protecting her own feelings. If she's beginning to feel something powerful for you, this question is her calculated way of assessing emotional risk. She wants to know if she's opening her heart to someone who might already be emotionally preoccupied. She's signaling interest, under the radar. This is one of the most common ways women test the waters. She doesn't want to come out and boldly declare, "I like you." Instead, she frames it as a casual question about you, while secretly revealing a whole lot about her burgeoning interest. Why this is a power play, for you. When a woman asks this, it unequivocally means you've positioned yourself as a man with desirable options. And that, my friend, is incredibly powerful. Because absolutely nothing triggers a woman's curiosity and attraction faster than the profound sense that other women might already desire you. This creates an irresistible aura of preselection. But here's the critical key: do not answer it like a nervous boy seeking approval. Answer it like a confident man who deeply values his time, who lives life on his own terms, and who isn't easily swayed. Your playbook, what you should do. Avoid black and white, needy answers. Instead, maintain a calm tone, a hint of alluring ambiguity, and an unshakable confidence. Try these magnetic responses. I've been keeping my circle small lately. No one's serious right now, but I'm not in a rush. I meet people, but I'm selective with who I spend real time with. Each of these masterful responses communicates multiple potent signals. You're desired. You have high standards. You won't chase. And most importantly, you are absolutely not desperate. Real-life example to master. You're engaged in captivating conversation, and she casually leans back, her eyes holding yours as she asks, "So, are you seeing anyone right now?" Your move, instead of reflexively jumping to say, "No," pause for a beat. Let a subtle smirk play on your lips, and then reply, "I've had some interesting people come into my life lately, but I'm careful with where I invest my time." Now she's not just intrigued, she's captivated. Because that answer radiates value, discretion, and an irresistible aura of mystery, the holy trinity of attraction. Bottom line. This isn't just polite small talk. When she asks if you're seeing someone, she's revealing a profound desire to know where she stands in your world. Don't just answer her question. Masterfully frame the narrative. Own your space. Guard your mystery. Because when you become the man she feels she has to win, the entire game of attraction changes dramatically. 5. I feel like I can tell you anything. The unlocked door to her deepest trust. This phrase is a monumental signal, and its power goes far beyond just sounding sweet or vulnerable. When a woman utters, "I feel like I can tell you anything," she's not just sharing a feeling, she's opening a door few ever get to see. She's revealing a level of profound emotional trust that unequivocally indicates you've crossed a powerful, sacred threshold in her mind, a place where she feels utterly safe, deeply understood, and completely accepted. What it really means, and why it's a game changer. You've earned her trust with her inner world. Women are naturally, instinctively guarded about their emotions and their most private thoughts. Sharing personal fears, dreams, or hidden vulnerabilities is not something they do casually. When she says this, she's signaling that your presence has created a safe, non-judgmental container where she can finally be her authentic, genuine self. She's subtly testing your capacity. This phrase often serves as an unspoken test, to see if you can hold space for her without rushing to fix her, judging her, or detaching emotionally. Your response in this crucial moment can either deepen her intense attraction or instantly push her away. It signals burgeoning emotional intimacy, which directly fuels physical desire. When a woman connects with you on a deep emotional level, her physical desire often intensifies dramatically. Vulnerability becomes a direct pathway to profound closeness and, ultimately, a powerful physical connection. Why this is an exploding green light? If she's sharing her true, unfiltered thoughts and feelings with you, she's signaling that you stand head and shoulders above the entire crowd of men in her life. She's actively letting her guard down and inviting you to see the real her, a pivotal, irreversible step toward deep, magnetic attraction. Your playbook, what you should do. Be utterly present. Listen actively, with your full attention. Validate her feelings without trying to fix or overanalyze anything she says. Keep your responses calm, grounded, and deeply empathetic. Crucially, avoid transforming the conversation into a therapy session. Instead, gently mirror her openness with a touch of your own vulnerability, but always maintain your strong emotional boundaries. Try these powerful, validating responses. I'm honored you feel that way. You can always be real with me. This is a safe space. That means a lot. I deeply respect your trust in me. Each of these responses subtly reinforces that she made the right choice by opening up, without making her feel exposed or foolish. Real-life example to master. She's sharing a deeply personal story about a childhood memory or a recent struggle she's faced, and then pauses, looking at you earnestly, her eyes searching yours. I feel like I can tell you anything, she says softly, almost a whisper. Your move, nod slowly, meet her eyes steadily, and say with a calm, reassuring tone, I'm here to listen. No judgment, just understanding and acceptance. That precise moment builds an unbreakable bridge. It irrevocably transforms attraction from a mere surface-level flirtation to a profound, meaningful connection that will ripple through every interaction that follows. 6. You're not like other guys. Her acknowledgement of your distinct power. This might sound like a tired cliché, but do not, under any circumstances, brush it off. When a woman says, "You're not like other guys," she's not just making polite small talk, she's exposing her raw curiosity, her profound admiration, and, most powerfully, her undeniable attraction to your unique essence. This phrase is her unconscious revelation that you've irrevocably disrupted her entire pattern of previous experiences. You've made her pause, reevaluate, and fundamentally reconsider what's truly possible in a man. What it really means, and why it's a massive power signal. She sees you as emotionally distinct and utterly captivating. Perhaps you didn't try too hard. Maybe you remained perfectly composed when other men would have flexed their egos or folded under pressure. This phrase often signifies that you've demonstrated rare qualities, like an unshakable self-restraint, a commanding presence, or unflinching honesty, that shatter her preconceived expectations of men. She's subtly inviting you to lead. When she says this, she's instinctively opening a wide window of leadership for you. She wants to follow your lead, emotionally, socially, or even physically, but she needs your confident confirmation that her powerful instincts about you were absolutely right. She's secretly hoping you'll prove her right. This isn't just a throwaway compliment, it's a profound test. She's essentially saying, "You seem different, now show me you are." If you respond with insecurity, desperate validation seeking, or unbridled arrogance, the powerful attraction she feels will collapse instantly. Why this is a blazing power signal? This is a form of powerful pre-selection, straight from her mouth. It explicitly shows that she's thought deeply about the men who have come before you, and that you are standing head and shoulders above them all. You've triggered her deepest, most primal instincts of attraction and desire. And most importantly, she is profoundly intrigued. That's rare. That's potent. That's your undeniable signal to move forward. Your playbook, what you should do. Accept it with a calm, grounded composure. Then, subtly reflect it back to her, not as desperate validation, but as a confident confirmation that her keen perception is indeed sharp and insightful. Try these powerful, polarizing responses. "I'm not. And I don't try to be." With a confident, knowing smile. "That's because I know what I want in life." And in a woman. "Maybe you're not like other women either." This one deeply elevates both of you and intensifies the polarity. These statements subtly elevate your value and her perception of you, simultaneously deepening the magnetic polarity between you. Real-life example to master. After spending captivating time together, she leans in slightly, her eyes wide with a newfound understanding, and says, "You're not like other guys I've met." Your move, smile slowly, hold unwavering eye contact, and respond with calm conviction, "I've never been the type to follow the crowd." Suddenly, she feels profoundly seen, and incredibly special. She knows she's not just imagining the electric chemistry between you. You've just confirmed it, and now she's ready to explore that unique connection. Bottom line. When she says this, don't get cocky. Get clear. She's already halfway in, now, with your calm, powerful presence, confidently lead her the rest of the way. 7. I don't know why I'm telling you this. The unconscious confession of deep connection. When a woman says, "I don't know why I'm telling you this," she's revealing far more than just a story, she's revealing a profound, unconscious shift in the emotional dynamics between you. This phrase is rarely about the literal content of what she's saying. It's always about how she feels around you. In that precise moment, she's genuinely surprised by her own unprecedented openness. And that surprise is a direct, undeniable result of how incredibly safe, deeply connected, and truly seen she feels in your compelling presence. What it really means, and why it's a turning point. You've effortlessly lowered her defenses. Her subconscious has registered that you're not like the average man who rushes, judges, interrupts, or tries to fix her. You've masterfully given her deep emotional space, and she's instinctively stepping into it, even if it completely shocks her own rational mind. She's entering a deeper, more intimate state of connection. Women connect emotionally before they truly surrender physically. If she feels safe enough to divulge things she typically keeps fiercely hidden, the attraction between you is already intensifying at an exponential rate. She's acknowledging your powerful, magnetic effect on her. This phrase is her unconscious way of saying, "You're pulling something real, something raw, out of me, and I am absolutely not used to this level of profound connection." Why this is a pivotal turning point. This statement is like a soft, yet profound, emotional confession. She may not intellectually grasp why she's opening up to you, but you do. It's undeniable chemistry. It's burgeoning trust. It's the magnetic, irresistible tension between her emotional guard and your calm, unwavering masculine frame. Your playbook, what you should do. Do not rush to make a joke or desperately try to lighten the mood. Do not analyze what she's saying too deeply or interrupt her flow. Just be there. Grounded. Calm. Fully present. Be her anchor in this moment of raw vulnerability. Try these deeply validating responses. It's okay. You can say whatever's on your mind. I'm here. Sometimes we open up when it feels right, no need to question it. I appreciate your honesty. That says a lot about the kind of person you are. Each of these responses powerfully validates her experience without making her feel exposed, foolish, or like she's overshared. Real-life example to master. She starts telling you about a deeply personal childhood fear, a profound struggle she's been facing, or a dream she's never shared with anyone. Midway through, she stops, her eyes wide with surprise, and says, "I don't even know why I'm telling you this." Your move, maintain unwavering eye contact. Soften your tone slightly. And then, with quiet confidence, reply, "Maybe because I actually listen." And you feel that, don't you? That one sentence changes everything. Now she knows this isn't just casual conversation. It's a deep, powerful connection she feels with you. Bottom line. This phrase means she's slipping into profound emotional vulnerability, not by accident, but because your powerful, calm presence irresistibly invites it. Respect that moment. Protect it fiercely. And understand this profound truth. She's not just talking to you. She's inviting you deep inside her world. 8. You're so confident. Her primal response to your unshakable presence. This isn't just a polite compliment. It's a profound revelation. When a woman looks at you and says, "You're so confident," she's not talking about what you said or what you did, she's reacting to how you made her feel. Confidence is the undeniable, number one trait women are instinctively, primally drawn to. Not bravado. Not arrogant posturing. Not a fragile ego that needs constant validation. But rather, calm, deeply grounded, effortless confidence. The kind that doesn't need to prove a single thing to anyone. What it really means, and why it ignites her desire. She senses an unshakable stability in your core energy. Truly confident men intuitively regulate the emotional environment around them. Your steady tone, commanding posture, unhurried pace, and magnetic presence create an emotional field she feels both utterly safe and intensely excited to enter. You're completely unfazed by her beauty or inherent intensity. Most men unconsciously orbit beautiful women with a palpable anxiety, trying too hard, over-explaining themselves, desperately chasing validation. When you don't do that, she viscerally feels your inner strength, and it pulls her in like an irresistible magnetic force. She's drawn to your profound sense of self. When a woman explicitly tells you you're confident, she's admiring your unshakable internal certainty. She's deeply attracted to the way you carry yourself. Like a man who already knows his worth and isn't seeking anyone's permission to exist or thrive. This is a direct desire signal. Confidence isn't just sexy, it's primal. It makes her feel like she can completely let go of her own guards. Like she doesn't have to lead or shoulder the burden of the interaction. Like she's utterly safe to be fully feminine, expressive, playful, and even vulnerable around you. This phrase often appears right before or immediately after a moment of intense flirtation or physical escalation. She's letting you know, loud and clear, you're profoundly affecting me, and I'm absolutely loving every second of it. Your playbook, what you should do. Do not downplay it. Do not say, nah, I'm just chill. That instantly breaks the powerful frame you've established and diminishes your value. Own it with calm humility. Simply smile, acknowledge her astute observation, and lean subtly into the truth of her words. Try these powerful, magnetic responses. I appreciate that. Confidence is earned, not given. Glad it shows, I've certainly worked for it. Confidence comes easy when you're around the right people, like you. This is a subtle, yet powerful, return compliment that links her to your positive state. These kinds of responses powerfully show her that your inner strength isn't an accident or a facade, it's deeply intentional and authentic. Real-life example to master. You handle a challenging situation with calm, assertive grace, perhaps with an impatient waiter, an unexpected delay, or a challenging question. She turns to you, her eyes wide with admiration, and says, "You're so confident." Your move, hold her eye contact, your gaze steady and warm, and reply with quiet conviction, "Confidence is quiet. I'm just grounded." Now her body language subtly changes. She visibly softens. Her guard drops. Because you didn't just perform for her, you are the man she instinctively desires. Bottom line. When she explicitly says this, she's already instinctively imagining you in a powerful position of control. Emotionally, socially, and even sexually. Confidence turns her on, deeply. But it's your unwavering consistency in that confidence that will keep her irrevocably hooked. Stay composed. Lead the moment. Let your silence speak just as powerfully as your words. 9. We probably shouldn't be doing this, the irresistible dance of forbidden desire. This isn't just a nervous disclaimer, it's the most exquisite form of foreplay. When a woman looks into your eyes, her breath catching, and whispers, "We probably shouldn't be doing this," it's never just about the literal act itself. It's about the raw, electric emotional and physical tension you've masterfully built together. It's a blazing signal that she's actively crossing a boundary she once meticulously set for herself, and she's not just okay with it, she's irresistibly drawn to it, pulled by an undeniable force. What it really means, and why it's a massive signal of desire. She feels the intensity rising to an almost unbearable peak. This phrase almost always surfaces at a moment when emotions, attraction, or physical closeness are exploding. Her logical mind is raising a tiny red flag, but her body, her heart, and her deepest desires are screaming, "Keep going. Don't stop." She's expressing an inner conflict, not disinterest. Women are culturally taught to be cautious, to self-protect, to avoid being seen as too eager or impulsive. This phrase is her unconscious way of acknowledging the exhilarating risk she's taking, while still deliberately stepping further into the fire with you. She's subtly inviting you to confidently lead through the delicious tension. When she says this, it's a powerful, unspoken invitation for you to steady the moment. Not to stop the unfolding connection, but to confidently lead her through her fleeting hesitation with unshakable calm and magnetic assurance. Why this is a massive, unmistakable signal of desire. Attraction is rarely clean or perfectly rational. Sometimes it shows up wrapped in a tantalizing layer of perceived resistance. When a woman says this, she's not rejecting you, she's powerfully acknowledging how profoundly, how irresistibly you are affecting her entire being. It means she's fully present, fully feeling, and right on the exhilarating edge of complete surrender to you. Your playbook, what you should do. Stay utterly composed. Do not get nervous. Do not apologize. And never push or exert force. Hold the space. Show her unequivocally that you can gracefully handle both her surging desire and her fleeting uncertainty. Be her rock. Try these mature, seductive responses that amplify the tension. Then maybe we shouldn't, unless it's what we both truly want. With a knowing look. We're not doing anything you're not completely ready for. This is your pace. I'll stop the second you want me to, there's no pressure here, only desire. These responses convey profound maturity, impressive restraint, and deep respect, all while masterfully holding and intensifying the seductive tension between you. Real-life example to master. You're alone together, the chemistry is thick enough to cut with a knife, and she looks at you, her eyes heavy with desire, and whispers, "We probably shouldn't be doing this." Your move, pause. Smile gently, warmly. Look deeply into her eyes and say, with a calm, unwavering voice, "You're in control. We move at your pace, always." Now she visibly exhales. Her fleeting nervousness softens into profound trust, because you're not just a man driven by insatiable hunger, you're a man with discipline, integrity, and profound respect for her. Bottom line. This phrase is the voice of delicious tension, not genuine rejection. It's the final, flickering flare before a magnificent surrender. How you respond in this critical moment determines whether she feels utterly safe to move forward, or retreats to protect herself. Respect the moment. Do not rush it. And understand this profound truth. If she says this, you've already captured her deepest attention, her desire, and her imagination. Now, earn her complete trust, and the rest will follow. 10. I've never told anyone this before, the ultimate initiation into her soul. This phrase isn't just a statement, it's the most sacred threshold you will ever cross with a woman. When a woman confides in you something she has never told anyone else, you are no longer just a guy she's casually flirting with. You have irrevocably become someone she perceives as profoundly emotionally significant. Someone she is willing to be completely, utterly seen by. And that, my friend, is incredibly rare. That is the pinnacle of connection. What it really means, and why it's the defining moment. You've reached her inner sanctum, her most guarded core. Women exist in layers. There's the public self, the social self, the carefully guarded self. And then, at the very core, lies the raw, unfiltered, vulnerable truth. When she says this, she's consciously, deliberately letting you into that final, most sacred layer. She's entrusting you with her profound emotional vulnerability. This statement almost always precedes the sharing of a deeply personal story, a past trauma, a cherished dream, a profound fear, or a fundamental part of her identity she rarely, if ever, exposes. She's trusting you to protect this precious secret, not to misuse it, judge it, or discard it. She's preparing for an unparalleled level of deeper intimacy. Emotional nakedness almost always precedes and paves the way for profound physical closeness. When she lets you in on something so secret, so personal, so potentially shameful, in her eyes, she's showing you that she's opening more than just her mind, she's opening her heart and often, her body, too, in the most profound way. Why this is a defining, life-changing moment. This phrase is her way of saying, with every fiber of her being, you've passed every single test. I feel utterly safe with you now. You have earned this sacred trust. And that level of profound trust changes absolutely everything. It is the final, radiant green light. The full, unconditional invitation into her deepest self. Your playbook, what you should do. Handle her words like they are sacred scripture. Because to her, they truly are. Do not rush to relate her story to your own experiences or shift the focus back to yourself. Do not try to fix her or offer unsolicited advice. Just witness it. Be present. Be her unwavering anchor. Try these deeply respectful, emotionally resonant responses. Thank you for trusting me with that. It means a lot. That truly means a lot to me, and I'll never take that trust lightly. You are safe here, completely. Always. These responses powerfully reinforce that she made the right, courageous choice by opening up to you, that you are, indeed, the emotional rock she instinctively suspected you were. Real-life example to master. She's sitting intimately next to you, a comfortable silence settling between you, before she softly says, "I've never told anyone this before," and then begins sharing something that clearly took immense courage and vulnerability to vocalize. Your move, do not interrupt. Do not react too quickly with shock or surprise. You let her finish speaking, then, with calm, unwavering conviction, you say, "You can be that version of you with me, always." There is no judgment here, only acceptance. Now she knows, deep in her soul. You're not just another man passing through her life. You're a man she can collapse into, completely, without any fear of judgment or rejection. Bottom line. When a woman utters this phrase, she's giving you something more precious than gold, her story, her shadow, a piece of her very soul. Honor it deeply. Protect it fiercely. And understand this fundamental, life-altering truth. You're not just someone she's attracted to on a superficial level. You're someone she's willing to be fully, authentically human with. And when that happens, true love, unwavering loyalty, and a profound, insatiable desire will follow, inevitably. Because real intimacy isn't built in the bedroom. It's built in these sacred, vulnerable moments, decoded by those who truly understand her language.